Starting lineup, uniforms, and apparel present the WOA Senior AA Men's Hockey League podcast. Hello once again, everybody. Andrew Rogers here, the host of the WOAA Senior AA Men's Hockey League podcast. It is great to be back with you guys once again. We are on episode number 30 now. Yes, 30. We just had Reed Simmons on Monday on episode number 29 from the Shallow Lake Crushers. Great episode. If you get a chance to watch it, I highly recommend that you do. It was an absolute blast to be able to have Reed on and to speak with him about hockey and talk and shoot the breeze with him. It was great. He's just a fantastic dude, and we look forward to having him back on anytime he wants to come on. So we move onwards. In terms of what's upcoming, at least this week, on Friday we have GM of the Tillsonburg Thunder, Bill Ryan, coming on to the podcast. It's going to be great to have him on and to speak with him. We look forward to that. We also have for the following week, starting on the 20th, Andrew Boyle and Justin Graham, number 8 of the Durham Thundercats, come in. That's on the 20th. On the 22nd, Gord Lamont of the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, the president, he comes on to the podcast. And then on the 24th, a week from Friday, Brock Hare and Colton McGuire, the Shelburne Muskies, join us. The following week, the last week of July, on the 27th, Brady Anderson of the Minto 81s hops on. And then on Wednesday, the 29th, first-year head coach Ben Pelick of the Elora Rocks joins us. And then on Friday the 31st, we have Kyler and Cole Keating of the Petrolia Squires on the 31st. Brothers Keating from the Petrolia Squires coming on to the podcast. It's going to be great to have them on. It should be a blast, though, of upcoming episodes. We're not sure about August yet, just because not really sure, if we're going to do podcasts or not. We may take a break, we may not, but I'll keep you guys in the loop for sure. Onward to today's episode, number 30. We have from the Milverton Four-Wheel Drives, former Waterloo Siskin GOGHL champion. He wore 2 numbers this past season, 14 and 24. His name is Curtis Rawn. He plays for the Milverton Four-Wheel Drives. I'd like to welcome in my guest at this time on episode number 30 of the podcast. We're all the way up to 30, but here he is from the Milverton Four-Wheel Drives. I believe he wore 2 numbers, 14 and 24 this past season. Curtis Rawn is our guest on the podcast. Welcome, Curtis. Good to see you.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, that is true. I did wear 14 and 24 a few times.
Yeah, no, it's some teams. It was amazing how some teams, like some guys, had 3 numbers all season. I was like, what are you doing? Give them 1 number and stick to it, man. That's just.
I know for us, a few games there we just jerseys just didn't show up.
Right.
It was like either one guy kept his or they forgot to pack or whatever. Just classic mistake. So
it's all good, man. It happens. It's senior hockey, right? I mean, it's not that big a deal if you gotta wear a different number.
Yeah, I don't really think the number on the back means a whole lot for any of these guys. So
and again, depending on who you ask, they could be very superstitious about their number.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I did make a joke saying that I had to be 24 because that was my number the year before, but obviously, at the end of the day, I care less.
There you go, man. There you go. First question I want to ask you is about COVID because it obviously affected everybody a bit differently. I was just wondering if you could update us on how you're doing, how you've been, how are things going, without sports, I guess, in general. How you been?
Good. Just working lots. I think we were off for like 3 weeks there when everything kind of took off in the beginning there.
Okay.
But, we're back to work now. My fiance, she started working a month ago, I think.
Right on.
So
congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, everyone's good here. Just it's different. Yeah, like when you sit down at the end of a long day or whatever, you expect to put on some sort of sports, whether it's hockey, baseball, or just like the highlights. But now you get home and it's like the same, Blue Jays game from the last 4 years playing the same Leaf game. So
sure,
it's different, but it is what it is, I guess.
So are you got to be thrilled then that all these sports are coming back around the same time to finish off their seasons? It's got to be interesting for you.
I mean, yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I think at this point in the game, I don't know if I was a player, if I will want to come back right now and play. But as a fan, I'm loving it because now it's like, here we go. Especially being that I'm a Philadelphia Flyers fan, so
oh man,
we're looking pretty good. So it's hard not to be happy with everything coming back.
Sure, no doubt. And it's crazy, like the schedules and the round robins, and like now I know they've got some exhibition games that have been scheduled already. I think each team's playing in one game, and I know that Philly drew Pittsburgh in an exhibition game on the 28th, which is just wild to think of those two teams playing in an exhibition before games matter. Man, oh man, it's gonna
Yeah,
be awesome.
it's gonna be a fun and interesting time, that's for sure. So
Absolutely,
yeah, it'll
but
be good hockey. I mean, end of the day, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure
but I
they'll
think
all be itching to get back at it. So
well, that's just it. I think everybody's just missing sports so much that they'll take it anything at this point. You know what I mean? So
yeah, like any sport that's on, darts, golf, what you name it, I'm sure
darts.
someone's. Oh yeah, man. I've had buddies like message me like, "Oh, big darts on this weekend." Like they're just guys are looking for anything, right? So
Sure. Do you play golf, Curtis?
I play golf. I'm not good at golf.
So I'm the same, man. I'm the same.
Yeah, the way I look, I pay for the amount of shots I take. So
Fair enough. That sounds about right.
I'm paying $80 for a round of 18, then I'm gonna shoot $80 worth of golf. So
I'm usually $80 worth of golf balls.
yeah. Sometimes it's like that, but
Yeah. So,
I go for the boys. I mean,
yeah. No, it's good to get out, especially with it being so nice and like I say, sports being at a minimum. So let's talk about the season last year for you with Milverton. It was your first year in the WOAA. What did you think of it?
I liked it. I mean, obviously, guys are. It's not the same as what I played the year before as a junior, but I mean, still has that competitive edge. Guys, are giving her, but you can tell that it's still men's league, but it's still good hockey. And like Price, we're going up against guys that played pro hockey or some played major junior, right? So they're all smart hockey players. So it's a quick game, but I liked it.
Yeah. No, I was just that's a big thing for me in terms of this league in general, because I know how good this league is, and I'm always interested to kind of get a guy's perspective when they first come into the league, if it's everything they expected or if it was something like, oh man, I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, like I lucked out because I had a few buddies on Milverton that I've known from previous years, either playing junior hockey way back when or meeting through people. So
Right.
before the season started, I kind of had a good heads up of what it's all about and whatever. But I don't know. Like, I think some guys kind of get a bad word on the league just from other guys, right? That either had a distaste of what happened or something happened to them.
Sure.
So I think the problem now with a bunch of guys is when they hear this league, it's like, oh, that's just men's league. But yeah, it's men's league, but it's still like guys want to win. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Absolutely.
It's not just a pickup game on a Sunday afternoon. Like
no.
End of the day, I'm on that ice. Like I want to win. So.
Well, and that's just it. Everybody's really competitive in this league. And, last year was very competitive all around. Probably one of the most competitive seasons we've had in this league in quite some time, and you were able to be a part of it. What did you find in terms of stacking up against other teams? Like, which team gave you the most troubles in your time?
Oh.
Did you have any specific troubles?
I want to say Tavistock just because we had some good battles against Tavistock.
Oh, yeah.
Either Tavistock or Allura. Just
right.
Like playing Allura in playoffs there, like it was.
Yeah, how intense was that, man?
Like, yeah, some games might have been out of hand, but like just every inch was hard. And like going in, I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, I was going in a bit lackadaisy, so I was like, oh, that should be fun.
Yeah.
But then that first game, and I was like, nope, like.
Wasn't the first game like 8-5 or something like that?
Yeah, it was, but like still, like even to the end of the game, they're in the corner battling with you, like just to get out of our end. So
yeah,
just because it was 8-5, like on the score sheet, like it was a closer game on the ice.
Sure. Like I was talking to Brad Crisco about wanting to be there, and I've talking to Tim as well, Tim McNaughton, and like just how intense that series was against Allura. I've even talked to some Allura guys, and they said the same thing. It was so intense. Like, obviously they wanted to prevail, and you guys ended up doing that. Now, take me through figuring out about when COVID hit, you guys were primed and ready to go up against Tavistock in that A final. Can you take me back to when you heard the news and what your first reaction was?
My first reaction was, this is a joke.
Right.
I didn't take it a whole lot serious as I do now. I got a text from one of my teammates, Mitch Bortine.
Yeah.
And he just said, "Hey, bud, season's over."
Oh man.
And I was like, "Hey, bud, yeah, right," or something like that.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
then I saw all social media and everything coming down. I was like, "Oh,
Right.
it is." So I was a little upset too because I left my sticks at the rink the last time I was there. So
Sure.
everything hit, and they closed up. So I don't even have my sticks. Like even if I want to go skate on the ice on like a Saturday morning now. So
Right. And something tells me they're not inexpensive either.
no, but yeah, I was just shocked. Like I was
Right.
excited. Like I don't know, it's finals. Like yeah, just because it was the A doesn't mean
No,
or
man. Finals
double
are
it.
finals. And that would have been an unbelievable series too with you guys in Tavistock.
Oh yeah, like I said, like we had some good battles with them all year, so
Right.
it would have been interesting, that's for sure.
No doubt. No doubt. Is there a sense of unfinished business though for you? Like in like if heading into when and if next season does happen?
Oh yeah, because I saw online there's a poll of saying like Tavistock was like 70% chance of
Oh
winning.
yeah, I put that one up.
Yeah, I saw that and that kind of ticked me off because I was like, "Whoa, hold on here! Like we beat them, like
Right.
you know, don't count us out. Like give us a sniff here." So
That's right. That's right. So definitely going to be some more drive, no question for next season. And I hope it
okay,
does get there, and I hope you guys get right back there because you guys were a fantastic team. You really pushed us when we saw you, and I know that you guys really struggled in terms of the record, but you played a lot better than the record indicated.
oh yeah, like we sometimes we beat ourselves. We take ourselves out of games too early just because of one play here or some. But no, I think next year boys are gonna be pretty much pumped up to go, and I'm gonna use our playoff saying here. We're gonna tighten our lug nuts, and we're gonna go for
I
go
love
for
it.
a ride next year. There you go, Timmy. I'm throwing that one in for you.
Tim's a big fan of yours, man, and he definitely lobbied to have you on here. So, and he's made a heck of a choice.
Oh, he's a
In,
good guy.
in terms of the season, who did you play alongside most of the time?
Colin Martin.
Okay,
It was
and
always him
yeah,
and number 14.
okay,
But in the beginning of the year, it was always Martin,
okay,
and then they would throw someone else in. But towards the
right,
end,
right.
we got
So, what
14.
was it like playing alongside those two guys?
Well, Marty was interesting because he doesn't use an ounce of tape on his stick. So I
Yeah,
would always give him a hard time because I'd try and make a pass to him. It would never go on his stick. And I said, well, if you had tape on it, I would know where I'm passing because the tape.
yeah,
But
that's funny.
no, he's a good player. He's smart and 14. He's got speed and he loves to give her. So whenever we were tired or whatever, he'd just chip it in his corner because we knew he was buzzing no matter what. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was a fun group. We all got along. I think that's what helped too was we liked one another and kind of transferred onto the ice.
Yeah, no doubt. That's awesome, man. Good stuff. In terms of on the defensive side, I thought Andrew Brubaker had an unbelievable year for you guys. How impressive was he to be alongside as a teammate on that defensive end?
Oh, I remember it was one of my first games out there and just watching him. Like he's a good skater and like big body, so it's hard not to recognize him. Just watching him play, it's like this guy he's got game. He knows what he's doing. He's smart with the puck. Has a hell of a shot too. So yeah, I know it was cool playing with him, and me and him we got along well too. So finding each other on the ice was fun and easy, but he was good. He was good to play with. We
Right
had
on.
another standout too, Chad Bauman. He was a force to be reckoned with back there too.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so it sounds to me like you actually like you had a lot of fun last year in terms of it being your first year and in being in Milverton.
Oh yeah, like I said to my fiance, like I had fun last year. Like in junior hockey it was fun, don't get me wrong, but there's another sense to it. Like it's junior hockey, so you think this is my job, right? Like I want to
Right.
win. You're working out and you're all dedicated to that. But now you got real life, you're working and you play senior hockey and you go and have fun. Like
Right.
you don't have anyone breathing down your back because you had a bad game. You
Sure.
just go, you hang out with your buddies, and you go play hockey. Like, I
Nothing
mean,
nothing better.
yeah, like I don't know what else to say. Like, it's fun.
No, I
So,
that's perfect, man. That was actually the perfect response that I was looking for. Now, in one of the biggest highlights for anybody in any term of hockey and whatever level they play is when they get to score that first goal of their, in their time in that league. What do you recall your first in the WOA last year?
I don't, but I really want to say it was probably like a greasy tip in, like something that was probably going in, and I just had to reach and put my stick on it just to get the number on the board. But
Sure.
no, I remember like all the other like guys scoring their first goal. I just don't remember mine.
That's okay. It doesn't have to be all about you all the time, right?
No, team player, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I want to ask you about Waterloo now with the Siskins. Now they're Kitchener Waterloo or KW or whichever acronym they're going by now. But Waterloo Siskins, your last year there, and you guys, win the GOGHL championship. How cool is that?
I mean, how many guys can say they won their last game of junior hockey, right? Like, what a way to go out! Like that was just storybook ending. Good group of guys. Fun year. Like, I don't know what else to say. That was just that was a fun year of hockey.
Do you have any sort of fond memories from your time in Waterloo that you could share with us?
Yeah, like as like the guys or like just
sure. What? Just a funny story, man. I'm always interested in the stories. I love the stories.
I gotta think. I don't know. We had a lot of like fun, like just goofy nights. I remember one night. I think it was close to the Southern Cup final, and we had always had practice Thursday morning at 7 a.m. or some crazy.
That's early.
Oh yeah, and it was a Wednesday night, and Mucho Burrito said, "Yeah, you guys come get a burrito on the house, eat whatever."
Right.
So the whole team's there, and we're all talking like, "Boys, let's do something tonight. We're not doing anything." So one guy's like, "Oh, we can go play poker at my house." Well,
that's a good idea.
The whole team goes over. We're up until 5 a.m. roll into practice. I remember boys are falling on the ice hammered, and our coach is just looking at us like, "Holy Christ!" Like, I want to say it was before Game 3 of the Southern Cup final. Like, it was just something like,
I'm just trying to think. Who would you have played? I can't remember now.
London.
Okay, right. Nationals.
But, you know what I mean? Like, it was things like that. Like, we just knew when to let loose, and then we would have a night like that, and then next, it's back to business.
No doubt, I get that.
Like, it wasn't like that was a everyday occurrence. Like, I don't want to make us seem like a bad group of guys. It was just
no.
We had one night, and we like all hung out, and it was the guys, and next thing you know, we went on and we won the championship. So, I mean, it takes a special group to do, and we had to have our moments like that to bond. So,
do you feel like that's a huge importance on a team's success, is how much they're able to bond on and off the ice?
Oh yeah, like I've played pretty much all over in a whole lot of different teams, and I've been on teams where off the ice we're really close, and to this day I still have great conversations and friendships with those guys as if I just saw them yesterday. And then I've played on other teams where we're at the rink together, and that's pretty much it.
Right.
And I probably couldn't tell you what half those guys are doing. Like,
yeah.
Right. And 1 year we had a successful year, and the other year we finished bottom of the league. So obviously it's not the key to a success, but it's one of the keys, right? Like, you got to have a team that if you don't like the guy off the ice, it's hard to like him on the ice and play well with him.
Of course.
What I'm trying to get at, I guess.
I get that. Now, so you're one of the younger guys in this league, and obviously it's filled with a lot of guys who've been there for a very, very long time. Some of them on your own team that you can attest to. Like, does it kind of weird you out in a sense when you're going up against guys that are double your age?
I mean, not really. Like, I guess the personality I am, I don't really care who you are.
Right.
You're just
you're gonna blow past them, right?
Yeah. Well, like, to Dewey, like, I remember it was one of the first times we were meeting each other, and I come up and I think I like chirped him for being in the league for as long as he has. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care if you're a 20-year-old or a 45-year-old. Like, if you're on my team, like, you're just one of the guys. So it's definitely like it's weird, right? Like, where you're sitting in the room, guys are talking about, oh, we're doing this tonight, and you turn over and like, oh, like, hey, like, want to come out? And the answer is no, I got to hang out with my kids tonight. Right? It makes
Hey,
you step back.
You'll get there soon, Curtis.
I know, but it makes you step back and think like, geez, like look at me now. You know, last year I'm hanging out with guys that are still in high school. Now I'm hanging out with guys that teach high school students. So it's a crazy world.
That's what makes this league so fascinating, man. Honestly, like it's just such a cool. It's the most fascinating league in that sense, where you got guys that are as young as you and guys that are old as Dewey. But it's just so funny and so interesting. Really, it does. Like it brings in a whole new perspective. And like I say, for young guys like you, got fiancés, like family's right around the corner, brother.
Oh yeah. Like I was telling you, we just picked up a dog the other day. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
man, next step's kids, bro.
I know, like we're got our own place. Like it's crazy how one day you're living in your parents' basement,
moving up in the world,
Next thing you know, you're that guy on his own, paying for everything. So,
well, you know what? I think the general hope though for you is to still be playing in this league for a while, right?
Oh yeah. Like I want to play as long as I enjoy the game, and I don't see myself not enjoying the game of hockey. So
good for you, man.
I got no plans to go anywhere. So, I mean, as long as nothing serious happens, knock on wood, right?
Yep.
End of the day, it's still a game, and anything can happen. But
how good was it to play for Tim Martin last year, the head coach?
I liked him.
Yep.
I think he comes across as a guy who knows the game, and he's very I don't know what word I'm looking.
Outspoken?
Yeah, he says what he wants to say, put it that way. But no, I liked him. I thought he was a great guy. I met him earlier in the summer.
Yeah. Sat
down, had a conversation. I thought he was a good guy, and then just being around him, I had a few laughs with him. So that was fun playing under him.
Good. Now, what would you say? Like, if I set you up with somebody that was like looking to potentially get into another league, just coming out of junior like yourself last year, what would you say to that person about why they should be playing in this league?
Why you should be playing in this league? Well, if you enjoy the game and you don't really, if you enjoy playing and you like the competitive nature, but you don't like the whole pressure that comes behind the scenes of keeping that peak performance, then this is pretty much the league for you.
Right on.
As long as you can show up and put forth a good effort and help your team any way you can, then I don't know what other league you'd be looking for. This is it's a solid league, good group of guys, good coaching staff. It's fun, no far travel, so I don't know what else you want there.
Yeah, no, that's great. What did you think about playing in the barn in Milverton there?
I mean, I liked it. It was a bright rink, a little cold, but
do the curling circles throw you off at all?
No, I'm used to that. I'm from Barrie, so growing up in Barrie, we had a few rinks there that were half and half.
Oh boy,
got to make do with what you got, but
absolutely.
No, nothing new there.
Do you have any fond memories of your childhood in terms of hockey that you recall? And winning any championships, scoring any big goals, that sort of thing?
Nah, no. Like, I don't know. I had a decent childhood of hockey, right? Like, I grew up, played on some solid teams, played on some bad teams.
Sure.
I won the OHFs as a kid, so that was a fun experience, I guess.
Right on.
I was, I think, 12 years old when I won that, so that was.
Wow, cool, man. And who would you say who would you say is your biggest, who would you, like, if you had to say, that this guy's my biggest reason as to why I'm into hockey, who do you owe your hockey success to?
Probably my old man.
Yeah?
I mean, a lot of guys say it, but no, a lot of kudos to my old man there. I know there's a few times getting up at 6 o'clock to go to power skating. I was probably crawling under the bed trying to hide, not wanting to go to those things, but he always got me out. He took me wherever I wanted to go. As long as it involved hockey, he was going. I played up north. I think the drive was 5.5 hours away.
Oh, no way.
And I know several times this guy would work all day on a Friday, get in his car, drive all the way up, be there for the drop of the puck, and then drive all the way home right after the game. So he's made a lot of sacrifices for me, so I got to give my hats off to that guy. Yeah, I think
Right.
my old man takes that ticket by far.
That's awesome, man. I really like. I love asking that question because I love hearing guys like give props to the people that they owe it to, because without them, their hockey career could be very different. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's just wild to think, but it's just so interesting, that question. So what are your thoughts in terms of next season, if and when it does happen? What are you thinking may be the case?
I think it would be. I don't know. We'll see like what the NHL does, right? Like if they have
Mhm.
any new rules coming in to, I guess, celebrating goals and everything, right? Like you
Right.
gotta see how they handle it. I think if they start throwing all these other rules out that abstract the game, then we might take some of them. But
Right.
I don't know. I don't see it getting too different than what it is, right? Like it's pretty hard to keep your distance on the ice as a
Yeah,
hockey
no, it
player,
is.
right, with the body contact. But
I think the biggest thing just might be the fans, right?
yeah, but I mean, end of the day, you know, it's a good league. But how many times have you played in front of a crowd that's probably 25 people
You're
and
right.
that's it? So
That's fair. They
you
might.
know, I know there's hockey fans out there. I know they love watching us play, but end of the
Yep.
day, I think we'll go play in front of no one or 100 or 25. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter.
No, that's
When
actually
it's,
that's really well spoken. I mean, obviously, I just think the fans thing would be a little tougher in a place like Clinton, where they get 1,000 fans every night. But
yeah,
that's Clinton's
yeah,
issue,
no,
right?
places like there, yeah, they
They might
might
struggle with that, but
backlash on it, but
that's okay. That's all right. So you spoke about being a big Flyer fan, right? I mean,
yep.
so you've been a Flyer fan your whole life. Who's your favorite Flyer of all time?
Favorite Flyer of all time is probably Bobby Clark.
Bobby Clark. Wow.
Oh yeah.
And
My dad was Eric Lindros. That's how I got into the whole Flyers.
sure. I was gonna say Bobby Clark would be a little bit before your time, but I was thinking more since you've been on this planet, like who you might
Yeah.
have been looking at. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
I've been on it. Okay. Right now, Travis Konechny. I think.
he's outstanding, isn't he?
Oh yeah. The funny thing is, I did a hockey school with him like way back.
No way.
We were in the camp together, and right, like kids probably said hi here and there. And now this guy's playing in the NHL for probably my favorite hockey team. So it's like,
Wow.
you know, probably taught him a few things where he is now. So I mean, if he wants to thank me, like a check in the mail would be nice. But
Yeah, no, I'll try and get him on the podcast. We can get him
yeah,
to give you a shout out.
yeah, I heard he's from this area anyways too. So
Oh, well, there you go. See?
might have to reach out. But yeah, no, probably connect me then.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. And of course, you wear 24, which is Sammy Kapanen's number. I don't know if that'd be a name from your book, but definitely mine. And it's funny because his son plays for the Leafs, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
Kasperi, right? So, anyways.
I wear 24 because of Bobby Probert.
Bobby Probert. Wow.
Yeah, he is my role model. That guy is my hockey guy.
Man, it's kind of ironic though, in a sense, right? Because you got like you're throwing out a Detroit guy for your idol, and yet Detroit and Philly, man, like I don't think Detroit flies very well with Flyer fans.
No, but I don't know. Just it's hard not to like Bobby Probert. That guy was a warrior on and off the ice. So
Absolutely. You got that right, man. No question about it. No, definitely. Like, I mean, hockey coming back, that's got to be huge. I mean, Flyers are right there in terms of that round robin and try to pick out who's going to be the top 4 seeds. And then obviously, whoever they come out against in terms of, after that. But it's just going to be great to have hockey back in general.
Oh yeah, it would be nice to see the guys out there. So something to watch it at night now.
No doubt. And last question I got for you before I let you go. What is it about this game that you love so much?
Love the game of hockey. Probably the single fact of when I step on the ice, there's not a worry in my head about anything other than the game of hockey. As soon as you step on that ice, you don't think of anything else.
That's gotta be
around.
That's pretty heavenly feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cool feeling. So
no doubt, man. Well, I hope that sticks with you, man. I hope that sticks with you. I really do. Yeah, I hope that, like I say, that's just awesome, dude. So it's like I say, I'm gonna let you go. It's at this time I'd like to thank my guests for coming on the podcast today, episode number 30 from the Milverton Four Wheel Drives, number 14 or 24, depending on the night you showed up. Curtis Rawn and the Milverton Four Wheel Drives. Curtis, thanks for being with us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Once again, we want to thank Curtis for joining us today on the podcast, episode number 30 of the WOA Senior AA Men's Hockey League podcast. It's great having him on. Great to talk with him. Upcoming, we have Bill Ryan, the general manager of the Tillsonburg Thunder. He comes in on Friday. They had a Zoom meeting with all the GMs in the league on Monday, so we'll look forward to getting Bill's take on that. He'll be able to fill us in on what was discussed, and we can get an idea of what's going to happen potentially in this league come September, October. I want to thank Mitch Scott of Starting Lineup, Uniform and Apparel. I want to thank Curtis for joining us on the podcast today. I want to thank you, the viewer, for watching once again, as always. I am Andrew Rogers, the host of the WOAA Senior AA Men's Hockey League podcast. We will see you on Friday with GM Bill Ryan and the Tillsonburg Thunder.